What's happening, guys? So it's the match reaction to our win just now against Newcastle United. Yeah, so Arsenal victorious against Newcastle United, which means that second place has been cemented. So second place again. You know what? Don the marker all round, because we finished second for the third time on the spin. Now, big up to Zabi. Zabi said this manager doesn't love Arsenal. I don't blame him necessarily for staying, but because he's getting paid millions, for staying because he's getting paid millions. But if he does love Arsenal, he should leave. I agree. There's no way Jose Enrique can it be possible that the manager loving this football club and wanting what's best for this football club while still in a job, still accepting the money that he's getting paid, while not getting what we need to try and take us to the next level, because he won't put his ego aside. There's no way that I'm to believe that those could coexist in the same sentence. I mean, like, this is probably the most fight this team has shown us all season. And we've been in 2 semi-finals. We had 4 games, 2 semi-finals, and I didn't see this much fight. The side that we just beaten, Newcastle, were one of those teams that beat us 2 legs, 4-0, over 2 legs. Yeah? But I didn't see this much fight. Where was this back in January and February? Where was this? I mean, so no Isak means we can win now. We went out there in our new kit that's barely any different than our kit that was for this season anyway. And yeah, we got the win. But don't let this win fool y'all into believing that this is the up. Fam, what I saw today, that is the future. That is next season going forward. That's what we're going to see next season. It's still the same football. The goal that we scored, Rice's screamer, yeah, happened. The reason why that goal happened was because we acted quickly. That's why. If that's Odegaard on the other side, who could smash it across with his strong foot, he takes extra touches, and those extra touches lead to defenders getting back, so that by the time we want to try and pull off a shot, it gets blocked. But that goal happened because we had to act quickly. That's how that goal happened. And that's what we need to do more often when we get in those situations. Have a shot. We've got players that can do that. Partey can do that. Obviously, Rice can do that. Odegaard could if he wanted to. Overall, the game, it's just basically, that's what we're going to see next season. All what we saw, that is next season. There's nothing I saw in that game that has me look forward to next season. No, nothing. There's just nothing in that. Can we stop using new kits at the end of the season like it means something? PR is unbearable. Yeah, we did that back end of last season as well. Not last season, the season before. I'm sure we wore that, the 2024 kit with all the gold on it. I think we wore that when we beat Wolves 5-0. That's what this club is all about. It's all about PR now. That's what it's turned to. I saw someone put a meme about Arteta, said his name. saw a tweet, not tweet, it was a post, it was on Instagram about the manager putting on Calafiori at halftime so he could essentially model the new kit. Now, I think Saliba's injured. That will be why he came off, because there's no way this manager is just going to sub off a centre back for the sake of subbing off a centre back. He's not. He's not doing that. Or the guy can shoot, but don't even know. I don't even know. He can't shoot. It's just that he's not one to really want to shoot when there's people around him too much. He needs the ultimate space. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's forgetting that he scored a goal from distance against Newcastle at St. James's Park the last time we won there. Oh, by the way, Kivior, as I said, yeah, he's unbeaten against Newcastle when he's played 90 minutes. So maybe I should have predicted that we win this game because of that. But then again, you know, we were actually unbeaten when Kivior and Saliba was our centre-back partnership until recent times. That came crashing down there. But yeah, second it is. Second again. Is it something to be proud of? No. Don't mean we're the second best. Crystal Palace are. I mean, don't let the table fool you. I mean, don't let the table fool you. Table does lie, fam. I mean, table does lie. Yeah. One of those two clubs sat 16th and 17th are about to be European champions, yeah? One of them two is going to be European champion. Don't let the table fool you. The only thing that matters in that table is who finishes first. That's the only thing that matters. You know what I mean? You don't get a trophy for finishing anywhere else. Any other trophies you get is for winning the cup competition, coming first in that cup competition. The only position that matters in the league is first. Everything else, you're relevant. You're relevant. What made you relevant was this bullshit where you can finish second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and you still get European football. That's some bullshit. I mean, it just gave finishing below first more desirable. That's what it did. I mean, if you don't finish first in the Premier League, okay, fine, okay. Okay, what about these competitions on the side then? What about the EFL Cup, FA Cup, Europa League, Champions League, Conference League? What about them then? I mean, if we were 17th, a strong 17th or 16th, and in Europa League final and won it, you think I'd give a shit that we finished 17th in the league at that point? I mean, league finish don't matter at that point. I mean, it's just that the importance of league positions has clouded actual success. That's what it is. I mean, if you get relegated, unlucky. But if you won a trophy, you did your job. You just couldn't stay in the top flight. You know what I mean? Second again, ole. Yep. Get the champagne out. I would sell Calafiori and keep Kivior's back up, not going to lie. Calafiori, I mean, he's potentially going to be our centre-back for the Southampton game. Yeah, Lord help us. Calafiori, not a player that I wanted. Looked at his injury record, I thought, nope. But no. Super Tets felt different, didn't it? Raya, great performance. Yep. In fact, big up to Raya. And man was fighting hard for that clean sheet so he could cement getting another golden glove. So big up to Raya because he made some big saves in that game. Again, where was all this in the semi-final against this same lot? We lost 4-0 on aggregate. This is the most fight I've seen all season from Arsenal. You know what I mean? Silver medalists, That's what we are. Again. Giving more teams opportunity to play in Europe has also devalued the FA Cup over the years too. It has, yeah. It has teams like, oh, I hope they win the FA Cup so that we can get in Europe. No, how about you do your job? You know what I mean? That's how I see it. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The only teams that deserve to play in Europe are the ones that have won a trophy. They're the only teams. Everybody else, you don't matter. You know what I mean? The only way that a team who hasn't won anything should get into Europe at all is if, for example, and I said this before, if a team wins the double or treble or something like that, then obviously that's taken multiple places in Europe. Because otherwise, if somebody else won those trophies, they're going it kind of thing. That's really the only way. But you don't deserve, like, do I think we deserve to be in the Champions League? Do I think second, third, fourth, and fifth deserve Champions League football? No way, Jose Enrique. What do we do for it? No, Newcastle deserve it. Sorry, they won a trophy. Yeah, Newcastle deserve it. You know what I mean? Crystal Palace deserve to be in Europe. Like Chelsea fans last season praying that Man City win the FA Cup. How about do your job? Yeah. Do your job. Win something. You know what I mean? If they change it back to those traditional rules, maybe, just maybe, it will encourage these toxic young owners to sell up clubs. Yes, looking at Glazers and Kroenkes and FSG. Yeah, because it's going to push them to be like, well, let's try and win something instead of trying to cement something. You know what I mean? Try and cement a place. Some bullshit. FA Cup should get Champions League place. It should. Why should we get Champions League football? Crystal Palace don't. You know what I mean? At the very best, we should get Europa League football for finishing second. And Palace should get Champions League football for winning the second best prize. I mean, Palace deserve Champions League. I should do another stream, right? Yeah. I should do another stream talking about this. I mean, Crystal Palace, in my opinion, deserve Champions League football over Arsenal Football Club. They did what's next. The champions. The champions behind Liverpool. And I mean, again, when it comes to the Premier League, there's only one winner. So everything else is like, well, like, fam, none of these won. Liverpool did. So the next best thing you can do is win a trophy elsewhere. If you don't win the Premier League, the next best thing you can do is win the FA Cup or win the EFL Cup or win a European trophy. The next best thing you can do is win another trophy elsewhere. You can't win another one in the Premier League now. It's just how it is. I mean, you don't get, oh, well, there's a second best Premier League trophy as well for grabs. It don't work like that. But the toxic positive fans will have you believe that finishing second is such a prize-worthy thing. Yeah, the money. It's the money. That's why, the way European teams performed in Champions League, that's why fifth place gets it. Nah, mate. That's some bullshit. Yeah, I would say at best, the Champions League should go to the champions, and then second place and then third place should get Europa League and Conference. You know what I mean, Why should we? We're going into the top European competition because we finished second. Crystal Palace are going into the second best European competition for winning the FA Cup. I mean, bullshit. Bullshit. Money ain't never going to stop, unfortunately. That's just how it is. But back to this game, yeah, that's what you're going to see next season. The way we played, the way we set up, what we didn't do, that we should have done, all those things. Kai Havertz came back and he's just the same old Kai Havertz, really. There was nothing really, obviously he's only just come back, so I'm not expecting anything to be drastically different. But when I'm seeing posts about he's broken all these records, he's bulked up now, it's like, well, I need to see something. He's probably going to start against Southampton. Probably is, but yeah, it's that performance doesn't move me in that sense. I mean, it was a sweet goal from Rice, but when the smoke clears, fam, where was that in the semi-final of the EFL Cup? Where was it? Where was that? Where was that fight? Raya fought so hard to keep a clean sheet. Now, I'm not saying Raya is putting his feet up a little bit in the other games, but I'm just saying the fight that we had. I mean, but it is what it is. Second place is cemented. That's third on the spin now. The last time we were runners up 3 times on the spin, we ended up being double winners right after doing that. So let's see what Super Tets can do for 2026. I haven't got my hopes up, but let's see what he can do. Because if it was to happen for the 4th time and win nothing, then but we'll have to see. But yeah, Newcastle, I'm not going to say Newcastle on the beach because they knew second was up for grabs. But in all fairness, Newcastle kind of bottled it. And the reason why I use the term "they bottled it" is because they've beaten us 3 times already. So really, they had us in their pocket like that. It was up to them. And they had no Isak. And what they showed was life could get tough if we don't have him. You know what I mean? Second was up for grabs. And you're coming up against a team you've beaten 3 times already this season. And you couldn't get over the line. So, as the table shows now, I respect Raya. If he won't win anything with the team, might as well win individual awards. Yeah, facts. They have Callum Wilson, which starts for us. I thought he'd score today when I saw that he hadn't scored in so many games. I thought to myself, here we go. He'll score today then. If I was in the bookies, I'd have told people, put bets on Wilson to score. So we're on 71 points. Obviously, Newcastle lost, so that means the maximum they can get is 69. Chelsea can get 69. Aston Villa can get 69. Man City have got a game in hand. Because obviously they played the FA Cup final yesterday, which they lost. But they could get the same points as us. They play Bournemouth next at home. And then they'll wait to someone. Is it Fulham? I think they'll wait to Fulham or something like that, I think it is. Let me have a look at the Premier League and then look at the fixtures. So obviously I need to worry about tomorrow's fixtures. So yeah, Fulham are hosting Man City at the last day of the season. As for Villa, they go to Old Trafford. Newcastle are home to Everton. Chelsea are away at Forest. We're away at Southampton. So that's going to be that fight for Villa. It's a case of by the time the last day of the season, we don't know if Man City will be third if they beat Bournemouth. And then everyone else around them is going to have to pray that Fulham beat them. Chelsea go to Forest. Forest will need to win another. Forest need to win. They can be on 68 points, and they'll be in the Champions League as well. So really, Chelsea and Villa are the most in danger of dropping out, simply because if Man City win, Villa will drop out of top 5. And then if Forest beat Chelsea, Chelsea will drop out of the top 5. So Villa will need to go Old Trafford and win. Yeah, so it's yeah. The hit for us, if we drop points today, all those other fans will be hammering. But Newcastle balled it. They're quiet, silly buggers. Yeah, Newcastle did bottle it. I mean, I class it as a bottle when you've beaten the team that you face and you've beaten 3 times already. You know what I mean? This is a chance for Newcastle to cement second place, but don't worry, they'll probably cement it next season. Second, I pray Chelsea lose and drop out of Champions League spots and lose the final against Betis. Can't stand. Yeah, I know that'll be funny. I'm gonna do a stream for the Europa League final, and I'm gonna do a stream for the conference final as well. Because obviously the ops are there, so you know. Whereas who the City fan at. Oh man, I mean, I haven't heard from Kurt. I mean, fam, don't know where he is. That will be sweet. It would be. Chelsea got a poor record in finals in recent times, so they could very well lose. Plus, they're coming up against a Spanish team, and they don't tend to lose. But this season is the season of the underdogs, so it depends on are Chelsea the underdogs when you look at that record, or are Betis the underdogs because Chelsea are expected to walk it. But I'll be doing a stream for it anyway. If I don't, because is that playing on a? Hang on, let me just have a look again. Let's have a look at Chelsea. Bastards. What's your fixtures I'm look at? On the 28th. The 28th. What's that's the Wednesday after. So yeah, I'll be doing a quote unquote hate along for that. That'll be so funny if they don't win that. Makes us even as we bottled top 4 in 2022 against Newcastle. Suppose 24th of May, Champions League final, Arsenal versus Barca. My season's not done. I'll take any trophy. I'm starving. Yeah. Hold on. That's so 24th. That's Saturday coming up. So I'm gonna try and watch that women's Champions League final because the men can't get there. You know what I mean? The men can't get there, so we'll see what the women can do. You know what I mean, if the men can't do it, the women probably can at this point. But anyways, I'm gonna call it a night anyway. I'm back at work this week, although I've got more time off coming. So, but anyways, like the stream, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. my next stream is going to be the Shameless FC Manchester United edition, because I'll say I'm rolling with Manchester United to beat Spurs in that Europa League final. So the Shameless FC, I'm going to do a stream for it Tuesday. I'll probably say Tuesday. And then I'll stream on Wednesday night for the Europa League as well. I'll do a watch, a hate along, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. 24th of March, my sister's 50th, but I'll keep tabs on it even though I can't watch. Cool. But yeah, so stay tuned for the Shameless FC Manchester United edition, and then also the Shameless FC Real Betis edition as well. So yeah, like, stream, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.